Hello again, boys and girls. Welcome to another class. Today we're going to go over percentages, and we're just going to find percents of numbers and what number is a percent of another number. And we're going to do it a little differently than what many of you are used to. If you're a student of mine, you're used to this method called the arrow method. We're going to try that on the board. I'm going to explain how that works. So the first problem I'm going to do is what is 4% of 75. So basically you're finding 4% of 75, and your normal way is to get 4% times 75, or 0.04 times 75, or 4 over 100 times 75, reduce some fractions. I'm going to try it a little differently. When I look at a problem, when it's something like this, I'm trying to find 4%, which means we don't have the 4% obviously, but that tells me that this guy represents 100% of the thing. So what I do is I just match things up. I know that 75 represents 100%. I'm trying to find 4%, and I'm going to put the percents with the percents. And basically I look at that and I ask myself, how do I turn 100 into a 4? That's pretty simple. You just divide by 25. So 75 divided by 25 is 3. So that means 3 is 4% of 75. So I'm going to look at another problem, and I'm going to try this one. 15 is what percent of 500? So now I'm just trying to find the percent. But one thing I do know, my total, again, is that 500, and I know that represents 100%. So all I do, match up the 500 with 100%, and I'm trying to find a percent, so I don't know what that is, but I know the other number is 15. So then the question is, how do I turn a 500 into a 15? I'm going to give myself more space. So I want to find out how to turn a 500 into a 15. And that's kind of simple. I look at this, and I can divide by 100 to get a 5, then multiply by 3 to get 15. And all I do is the same thing on the other side. I just divide that by 100. That gives me 1%, and then I just multiply by 3. 1 times 3 is 3%. So 15 is 3% of 500. The last problem that we're going to do, we're going to find out 40 is 8% of what? So it's a 40. So 40 is 8%. I don't know what the 100% is. So that's basically what I'm trying to find. So I know that these guys match up though. I know that 40 represents 8%, and the question is, how do I get 100%? So how do you turn an 8 to 100? I look at this, I can divide by 2 to get 4%, then multiply by 25 to get 100%. So 40 divided by 2 is 20. 20 times 25, it's like saying 2 times 25 is 50 with another 0 up there. So we got ourselves another 500. So we know that 40 is 8% of 500. I hope you enjoyed this video on percents. If it's a little different, I hope I can challenge you a little bit. I have some problems included with this video on Google Docs. For the rest of you guys that don't have me as a teacher, just check out one of these other videos here that you might enjoy. You might want to try one of the food videos too. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and tell your buddies about me. Thanks.